So then what is the biggest sort of bottleneck in getting these pledges to the people? Is it to do with the banking system or the fact that the reserves are frozen?
No, the pledges are not with the reserve. That's the humanitarian thing. The reserve is a different thing completely. I think it's the biggest problem at this point of time is that still the international community do not know how to deal with Taliban. So there is a pledge, but they are trying to find out the system. UN is one system of that, and probably they could use United Nations system. But at the end of the day, we have to realize that somebody likes it or don't like it, that this is the reality on the ground, that Taliban are there and they have a piece of land where 35 million people are living, and we have to find a way to reach the people and get them out of this dire situation. We need assistance, people need assistance, and they need it soon. It shouldn't be only pledges.
So can you tell us a little bit more about what has China said that it will do in terms of pledges, and what is the reality on the ground in terms of Chinese contributions to the humanitarian crisis?
China already pledged and also donated some. Even a month or 2 months ago, there was a meeting between the foreign minister Wang Yi and the Taliban foreign minister. They pledged their $1 million, which they donated already. And before that, they also pledged some winter equipments like blankets and all that, and they delivered there too. Rather than that, it's, I think, overall, China was not anyways a big part of the humanitarian assistance, because China believes more in trade and all that.
I wanted to switch to the Pine Nut Corridor. I know that that's been reopened recently. Can you explain to people who may not be familiar with this, what is the Pine Nut Corridor and how important is it as a sort of channel of economic activity between China and Afghanistan?
This is what we really expect from China. The humanitarian assistance is on one side, but because China is a very good market and it's a very big market, what we really expect is trade. Pine Nut is one big flagship of that. It is important because for two reasons. One, the pine nuts have enough capacity to generate income for the people and on a ground scale. Second, our pine nut was before this air corridor, we had to sell it either to Pakistan or to India. From there, then it was re-exported. So now if it happens directly from Afghanistan to China, the amount of money that was lost in between the trade, that will go directly to Afghanistan.
And that would make a big difference to...
Definitely. Well, I mean, it's not a lot of money, but in a situation where nobody has anything, it is. But I think the potential to grow is a lot there. If we could bring, we still cannot bring everything here. Air corridor is not easy, but if you can bring all, it could easily go up to 2 billion or something. So then yes, that would make big difference.
And are there talks to expand this to other products, and how are they going?
We discussed only saffron, which is very near now, almost we're at the verge of a proper formal signing of it. Hopefully in a week or two, we will sign a formal signing of that too, and then that would be coming. So that's in pipeline, it's very quick. Other things that were in pipeline were the pomegranates, but I don't think this year that could happen.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you see China's role in these sort of international diplomatic efforts to address the Afghanistan issue?
I think China is playing a constructive role by keeping engaged with Taliban. This, I think, is good. We really have to, as an international community, say our conditions and principles to Taliban. We can't shut the door. So in that sense, it's a constructive role. China is still engaged with them. It's one of the countries that they have still an embassy there. At the end of the day, the Afghanistan issue, it is regional, but it's also international. So I think we need all these big countries to be on the same page and go forward.